any software, you need a methodology, and there is a life cycle of that methodology, and that is known as the SDLC, Software Development Life Cycle Methodology. And DevOps is also one of them, and which one is the latest methodology what we are going through that, right? And once you go for the SDLC, then waterfall, spiral, and couple of others model, you definitely heard about that inside the engineering or BCA or MCA, right? So this is one of them. And now, why Amazon Web Services for DevOps? So you can see get started fast, fully managed services, right? So I'm not going line by line, but with the heading, you can able to see that like it is so faster and fully managed services. So once you say that managed, that means the entire operational thing, like to manage the server, the electricity, the server update, the security, everything is managed by Amazon Web Services. You can see this one. The services can help you take advantage of the AWS resources quicker. You can worry less about setting up, installing, and operating infrastructure on your own. This lets you focus on your core product. So this is how you wanted to develop your thing, then the development cycle will be coming first rather than maintaining, managing the server level stuff, right? The second is the build for scale. So in cloud, there is a one thing known as the scalability, like scale up and scale down, scale in and scale out. So with the load what you are getting in your application or website, based on the load, your entire infrastructure can be wide up. Or if the load is come, let's suppose there is a Amazon e-commerce website, and you can see there is so many campaign going on for the 26th January, the Indian Republic Day, right? So typically, for an example, typically there is a 10,000 user hitting per second to the Amazon Web Services, and inside the campaign there is a 25 or 30,000 user can be hit on the same website. That is that is the expectation. So 10,000 user request will require, let's suppose, 10 server. So 25 or 30,000 user requests require more than 20-25 servers. So built for scale, that means it will automatically scale up. There is a 10 server, but the loads comes in that 10,000 to 15,000. Automatically your infrastructure can be scaled out, right? And then 20,000, then there is another scale out. So the scaling up or scaling down automatically happen inside the cloud. There is so many best practices. We can go through that. And Amazon Web Services DevOps will provide you the SDK, which is Software Development Kit. For example, if you know about Python, then you can go for the Boto. Boto is a pre-built library for Amazon Web Services, and any of the developer can run the entire infrastructure or DevOps thing inside the Boto. This is just an example. There is a lot many other things are available. Then the automation and security. So automation, you can automate. Here you can see the last line as the deployments, development and test workflow, the containers management and configuration management. So everything is automated. Once you set up your pipeline, I'm coming later like what exactly is pipeline and how do we set it up. And later sessions, we can go through the entire practical example. But everything is automated. You have to first set up all the things, and every step by step, every tool is integrated to each other, and everything is done. Then within a single click, once you push your code to the Bitbucket, automatically it will run the testing program, it will run the security program, it will create your build, and that build can be sent out to your staging environment. Then again the testing will happening and getting approval from your manager, and then for final production environment, automatically the code can be moved or deployed to the production environment. So this is means of the automations. And of course security is there. So in Amazon Web Services we have the identity access management, and there are not many other security tools. We can go and have a look at that, right? So DevOps tooling by AWS. So what are the tools? So rather than going from here, let me go and log into my AWS. But before that, somebody wanted to ask anything or somebody wanted to talk?
No, sir.
Okay. So I have already logged into my AWS console. This is my AWS console, and I believe from last session to till this session, I have created a couple of server for access and I have never deleted it. So today morning, I just deleted it. Okay. So in the last session, if you guys are interested, so I have already given a brief that how to create a web server and how to run this code inside the Amazon EC2 virtual machine. But anyhow, in this session today, we're going to do it again. And for further more session, we can go for the DevOps tools and technology. But yeah, this is just example, the demonstration of the Amazon Web Services console, and let's quickly go to the DevOps thing. So here you can see, just go to the service. So they have changed the interface. Let me go through one by one. So this is the developer tool or the DevOps tool what I was talking about. So first of all, you have to have your source code, which is your application code like this, right? Then this kind of code you have to save somewhere. And for managing and maintaining the source code, we have a source code repository or SCM, source code management software, and Bitbucket or GitHub or Code Commit is one of the best example for source code. Let's suppose for the same code there is a 10 developer working. So what developer made what change? How do you know that, and how do you manage or maintain that code? So that comes under the source code management. Source code management software can able to manage and maintain the changes for other, how to revert the changes, what changes done by, whether the changes is right or wrong, or what changes are done by the developer A, developer B, or might be there is a chance if you can working in a big firm for a big application, there might be 1,000 of coders which can writing the code and managing the code on the code commit or Bitbucket. That is one of the example. Then we do have the artifacts. Let's suppose if you are familiar with Java, then you need to run the maven command or maven build for Java. So it will download most of the packages from the internet. So that kind of packages you can put inside the artifact, and then you can set it up your artifact with the repository. Then we do have the code build, right, where you can build your code. So if you are familiar about the Jenkins or anything, then you can build your code. So guys, one thing I wanted to highlight here, might be you cannot able to understand these things right now, but in the next session, I will create a source code repository for you. I will push the code over there. I will create an artifact for you. Then we will go for the code building step one by one and code deployment step. So please bear with me, try to get the introduction of these things, and then I think somebody needs to mute. Nishant, 2122. Nishant, can you please mute yourself? Thank you. Yeah, so just bear with me. Today's class, try to understand, okay, these are the things exist in the world. And then from the next class onwards, we can create a prototype for the same. And at the end, we have the pipeline. So let me give a glimpse of the AWS pipeline. So your pipeline looks like this: source code, and then we have the another thing, and it should be a very beautiful thing, right? A very beautiful project. And if you are little interested, so after this course you can go to my YouTube channel, and there is so many projects I have already done, and I will do it for you guys another time. So another one time with this session 2, session 3 and 4, right? So let me just give a glimpse to you, YouTube. So this is my YouTube channel, and here you can see there is so many of DevOps videos are there, and the AWS basic services and the containers. If you know about the Docker or heard about the Docker or anything else, right? So you should go through this particular videos and able to find it out, right? And also there is a Medium blog. So if you can just search. So this is my Medium blog, and here also you can go for the multiple projects, multiple things, and one of the projects has been nominated by the Amazon chief immunologist, which is Jeff Barr, right? So it is very good. Like if you wanted to go really to do some uh, project for your final year project, or you wanted to learn, then you can just go and read these blogs. This is very, very good, and each and every step is already mentioned here, right? So it is completely up to you. There is a lot many contents available in the internet, and you can go through and you can go start reading about the DevOps. You can go start reading about the containers, the microservices. Yeah, so these are the things what I have already done it. And one more thing I wanted to show you, my LinkedIn profile. So those who wanted to connect with me, they can just search my name, Varun Manik, and you can see my LinkedIn profile over here, right? So you can reach out to me and connect with me at your network connection. And those who do not know about the LinkedIn, this is the professional Facebook, right? So if you wanted to do something in a private industry, or you wanted to do any job and you want to let them know, okay, what job you guys are doing, then LinkedIn the best platform where you advertise about yourself. You can run your profile, you can connect with the same kind of people, same technology of people, and that's why I can say it's a professional Facebook, right? So those who don't have the profile on LinkedIn, they can create and they can join it to me. Yeah. So going back again to the software release, so AWS code pipeline is one of the key pillar for the Amazon for the DevOps things. In Amazon, it says that code pipeline, and in other technology, it is just a DevOps pipeline. That's all. Only the pipeline. So pipeline is something where we need to integrate multiple tools and technology and try to run a single place where one-time code is pushed and it will be deployed to the server. And the second code pillar is the AWS code build. In Amazon, we can name as a code build what I have showed you here, this code build, right? And for other thing, it is just a DevOps build or build tool. Jenkins in one of the open source tools available in the market, which have a very good name and fame, right? And then other thing is that the deployment automation, how to deploy it. Let's suppose there is a 20 server available. So how you gonna push your code? This was your code, right? Just a moment. This was your code, and you wanted to deploy this same code to the 20 server or 200 server or 2000 server. So how do you deploy this code? So that comes inside the code deployment. So here you can see AWS Code Deploy automates the code deployments to any instance, including Amazon EC2 instance or on-premises instance. Let's suppose you have some server in your home or in your own private cloud or in your office. Then this code deploy can integrate with that and also deploy the code. So it is very easy to deploy the code in a single click, and 20 server, 2000 server, or 200 server, you can deploy your same code in all the server in a single click. So code start is another feature. At the very last session, I will let you know about this. And then if you heard about the microservices, okay, how many of you know about the microservices? Do you heard about microservices? Any one of you? देखिए मैं लेट मी कम इन हिंदी राइट. दीज आर दी वेरी एडवांस टॉपिक. ये सबसे एडवांस टॉपिक है अभी कंप्यूटर साइंस में राइट. और अगर आप अभी एक बार गूगल सर्च करिएगा इस सेशन के बाद टॉप 5 प्रोफाइल इन कंप्यूटर साइंस इन द वर्ल्ड, तो डेवऑप्स पहले नंबर पे आएगा. और ये मान के चलिए कि एक बार अगर आपने डेवऑप्स सीख लिया तो आपका आने वाला 20 साल आपको कभी ये नहीं सोचना पड़ेगा कि कहाँ नौकरी करें, कोई नौकरी देगा कि नहीं. लोग आपसे आके कहेंगे कि भाई कितने पैसे लोगे, चलो मेरे साथ. बिलीव मी, दिस इज हैपनिंग. मैं आपको एक छोटा सा एग्जांपल दूंगा. आपके एक्सेस कॉलेज का 2017 का पास आउट लड़का, वो मेरा स्टूडेंट है, और आज की डेट में 2017 से लेके अभी तक उसको 4.5-5 साल का एक्सपीरियंस है, एंड नाउ ही इज अर्निंग 40 lakhs per month, sorry, per annum. So this is one of the best tool, best technology to learn nowadays. एक बार अगर आप इसमें इंटरेस्ट के साथ घुस गए, आप फाइनल ईयर के स्टूडेंट है, बिलीव मी, मेरे साथ आप अगर 3 महीने तक इस पूरे सेशन में रहेंगे तो आपको नौकरी ढूंढने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगी. ये मेरा एक्सपीरियंस है और मैं आपसे ही नहीं, टीचिंग इज माय पैशन एंड आई हैव ट्रेन्ड मोर देन 10,000 पीपल अक्रॉस द ग्लोब. इंडिया में सारे लगभग बड़े यूनिवर्सिटी में मैं जाके ट्रेनिंग देता हूँ, वहाँ के लोगों को प्लेसमेंट कराता हूँ, एंड आई हैव वेरी गुड नेटवर्क्स अराउंड द वर्ल्ड. अगर कोई स्किलफुल बच्चा, कोई स्किलफुल फ्रेशर मेरे तक रीच आउट करता है कि सर मुझे चाहिए और उसके स्किल्स सही हैं, उसको काम आता है, तो नौकरी, इंटरव्यू, ये सारी चीजें सेकेंडरी हो जाती हैं. आप एक बार मेरे साथ जुड़िए, एक बार इस डेवऑप्स को अपनाइए कंप्यूटर साइंस में, एंड देन यू कैन सी द चेंजेस. सो या लेट्स गो बैक टू द थिंग्स. because why I said in Hindi, because some of them are do not able to get me in English. और जब मैं हिंदी में बोलता हूँ तो एटलीस्ट जहाँ पैसे वैसे की बात होती है तो लोग थोड़ा इंटरेस्टेड हो जाते हैं, और आपको होना भी चाहिए, क्योंकि एजुकेशन और नॉलेज इज डायरेक्टली प्रोपोर्शनल टू मनी. जितना ज्यादा स्किलफुल आप रहेंगे, जितने आपके अंदर स्किल रहेगी, यू कैन एबल टू अर्न मोर एंड मोर एंड मोर. ठीक, तो लेट्स गो बैक टू द सेशन राइट. So microservices, मेरा क्वेश्चन था, what is microservices? You heard about this or not? So microservices is another changes in the technology, जहाँ पे हम पहले एक सर्वर यूज करते थे और उसके बाद से उसको हम वर्चुअली कई सारे सर्वर यूज करने लगे. अब हम माइक्रो सर्विसेज में आके एक ही सर्वर पे 1000 मशीनें चला सकते हैं, 1000 कंटेनर्स चला सकते हैं. So this is the boom, this is the exponential revolutionary change in the technology once microservices came in the picture. And nowadays every application or every website what they are running right now, they wanted to make migrated in the microservices. So if you don't heard about the microservices, please go ahead, read about a blog in microservices, what is microservices and how it can boom your application, boom your organization to using this. And the best tool to use the microservices is Docker. So container bhi kehte hain. So those who familiar with the container, they can go through that, they can read about the Docker, they can read about the container. It will not take more than 3 hours to run a proper practical example on the Docker. There is a multiple thousand of videos available on YouTube. You can go ahead, search it out, and just try to implement the Docker in your own laptop. Right. So this is about the microservices, and then we do have a Docker container in form of ECS and Kubernetes.
लाइक
And
मीटिंग क्या
somebody,
करनी है ऑनलाइन
Rajat,
रात का एक दो दो तीन बज जाती हैं ऐसे फंसे के
Rajat,
बताते हैं अमेजोन के बारे में कैसे क्या सर्विस मिलेगी
अरे
सर्विस
क्या
का
बात है,
मतलब तो लग हो गई
भैया म्यूट करके बतिया लो. थैंक यू सो मच.
बस खत्म हो गया इनका तो
So this is all about the microservices. In Amazon, we do have the Elastic Container Services and Elastic Kubernetes Services. Kubernetes is the topmost technology what industry, computer science industry is using right now. Kubernetes सबसे एडवांस टॉपिक है, वो हम लोग शायद इस पूरे 10 एपिसोड में नहीं देख पाएंगे, लेकिन उसके बाद अगर कोई चीज की जरूरत रहेगी तो हम लोग एक Kubernetes का I can give an a simple course in Kubernetes also. And then we do have the infrastructure provisioning. I can give you an example right now, and how to make an automation of that infrastructure provisioning. We will see after in the next session. How do we automate the infrastructure? And the cloud management and policy as a code. These are the advanced topic. I will show you as a practical. Then I can come to the slide to make you understand, and let's go with the couple of example, and then go for the benefits of DevOps, and then we can close the session. So those who are not familiar with this EC2 instance, I will go and quickly run the same inside the one of the virtual machines. So I have to click here to the launch instance. Then I need to select which operating system I want to select. I can go with this. Then what is the specification of my virtual machine or virtual server? It should be free tier eligible, one virtual CPU and one GB memory. Let's go here. And this is the networking details or other instance setting. I am going for the default. The storage is 8 GB, which is also default. And security group, I have already created a security group in my last session. So let me launch a new security group, right? DevOps, and HTTP should be from anywhere, and this one is from my IP only, right? So only I can access the port number 22, and all of you can access the port number 80. And then I have to review and launch. Before launching, it can ask for me a key pair. So let me create a new key pair and name it Access DevOps. I have to download this. It is downloaded, Access DevOps PEM, and then I launch the instance. Click on the instance ID. Just name it Web Server. So this naming conversation is known as tagging in the cloud. So whenever somebody asks tagging, then you should go for the, okay, this is the tagging, the provide the name. So let's suppose, yeah, that is another, I don't want to go inside the deft. So this server is launched, and this IP address will be accessible from anywhere. But let me just quickly make a setting to get inside this server. So give me a moment. Begin. I am just unsharing my screen for a moment, and then I'll be share the screen. Stop sharing. Just give me a moment. I'm just making key. Okay, let me share my screen. It is done. Mayurakshi, just let me know once it is visible to you.
Yes, sir. Now it's visible.
Okay. So I have just connected to the same instance via the PuTTY, and this is the Linux server. So those who do not know what is PuTTY, what is Linux server, they can easily go to and Google it out, and hopefully everybody knows about the operating system and what is the Linux and what is the Windows. You guys aware of that? And how do I connect with this? You can go with the previous link. In September, I had showed everybody in access how to connect with the Amazon virtual machine, EC2 virtual machine. You can refer to that video also. So now I am going to run this particular code, what I have showed you, and you can access at your end, right, with the IP address. So first of all, I just go with the root access, and then I need to install install HTTPD. So HTTPD is a web server, and it gonna be installed right now, and it is installed. And then I have to just copy and paste the code. So cd var www html. This is the root location for a web service, and now we're gonna run the copy and paste the code. So let's suppose this code, what I am gonna paste it here is just for one server. And if I have 20 server, then how do I paste the code everywhere, every 20 server in same time? So that is where the code deploy comes in place, right? So index.html. Just copy this code and paste it here. And I'm saving it and just service HTTPD restart. So it is running. Let's go back to the public IP, copy this one, or open in the new address. Okay, now you can see. So I'm just copying and pasting these things to the chat here. You just try at your end and just press whether you can able to see this line of code or not. This is DevOps session 1. Can you just check it and just tell me in the chat whether it is working for you or not? Yeah, it is working. It is working. I can get the reply. I can get the reply. Yeah. So this is how easy to deploy a web server in a real time. So it will take almost 2 to 3 minutes me to deploy the one web server in a real time and to make the changes or to do something. So let's go again and just make a little more changes. This is a DevOps session in Access College. Right, and make it H2. So it should be look like this. Just test it here and then copy this code. So this is how a new features comes in the real-time scenario. Once we have a real-time picture or real-time application or real-time software and you want to make a minor changes, this is how we're gonna make a change, right, in the real-time server. So my question is that once you have 200 server, then how do you change the same code on 200 server? So while this kind of example, the DevOps comes in the picture. So vim index.html and just change the corporate thing. Save it and then refresh your page. Can you confirm me whether it is visible to you also on the chat? Let me give the link again. Can you see the Kanpur?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
So this is how easy to deploy a web server in the cloud. This is how easy to create a website, to host a website, to make the changes in website. But it quite be complex once you have a website or application for a real-time business system where you do have the networking, where you do have the security, where you do have a multiple infrastructure, and then you wanted to do something over there. Then DevOps came in the picture and it will make your life easy. So we will let you know one for our session 2, 3, 4 and further onwards, and I will create a proper syllabus for that and shared amongst to you, right? So those who are interested, those who are really wanted to learn about cloud, those who really wanted to learn about Amazon Web Services and the new technology in the computer such as microservices, DevOps, so they are welcoming in my class. So I think, yeah, that was a quick example, and let me complete the slides. So these are the benefits of DevOps. Speed, you can see how speedy it has been deployed, a single server, and the changes. Within 5 minutes, I have deployed the server and I have made the changes, and a real term website is hosted, which can be accessible across the world, anywhere in the world. So rapid delivery also we can continue with the continuous integration and continuous delivery, which is known as CI and CD. So whenever anybody is talking about CI CD, don't say that I don't know. Go through my slide. I will upload this slide to the slide share, and from where you can download it. So continuous integration and continuous delivery from this, which can speedify the delivery. Then reliability and scale, I already told you that what is scale up, scale down. And then we have improved collaboration. As I already told you, that multiple team, cross-functional team are collaborating each other, and then they are working together to make it done. And it is very secured because each and everywhere we can monitor the security, and we can put the security things over there, including the which is identify management and access, identity management and access. So, and this how to run a virtual machine, I already showed you, and this is done. The website is running, and these are the proper important links so that you can go ahead and you can reach out to me. I will share these links in the groups. So now comes under the next thing, which is question and answer. So guys, don't say that you don't have any question or anything. Let me stop sharing my screen so that you can I can be visible to everyone. Now you guys can please ask a question or any discussion you wanted to do, please.
Hello, sir.
Yes, go ahead.
Sir, in AWS services, if we want to change a particular code on across different servers, it will be help to change that particular code on different servers at an instant time.
Yes, with code deploy.
Like if I want to change a code, particular source code, and it is already running on different servers, like runtime.
Yes, it is runtime thing. So if you can go to my YouTube channel and you can see the things, there are lot many CI/CD example I have given with the real time scenario with the without any zero downtime. You can change your code in the
But sir,
real time.
we can manipulate the source code using the JavaScripts also.
You can manipulate, right? You said that manipulate to make a change, real time change, and manipulating the code, both are different things.
Okay.
See, you can manipulate the Facebook code also. Go to just go to Facebook and like let's suppose this is one of the things, and I can go and click for the inspect, right?
Yeah.
So quickly I can manipulate anything anywhere, right?
Yes,
If you are a developer, you could be able to understand. But manipulating the code and changing the code in the real time is two different things.
like if we refresh the web page, all the original content will be there.
Yes, of course, yes. That is one of the example. There is a lot many other things also.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Guys, I can see still more than 75 people are here. So please go ahead with your question. Anything. No question is stupid. Just go ahead and ask the question.
Sir, good morning, good afternoon, sir.
Yes, Harsh.
Sir, I want to ask one question that there are many services on AWS like EC2 machines and light sales. So, sir, what is the need of many types of machine? Like if we deploy the same code on EC2, then what is the need of light sale and other services?
See, you know about the EC2, might be I know about the EC2, but someone who is completely developer, they don't know how to manage and operate. Then the light sales comes in the picture. So within a couple of clicks, you can completely deploy your application to make the developer life easy. As I said previously, there are not many people handling the website or administration, but right now everything will be collaborating with the DevOps team. So within a single team or within a single click, you can complete or deploy your website. So there comes the light cell.
Okay, sir.
Anyone else? If not, then I believe so. We completed the 1 hour 10 minutes right now, and here I am ending my speech. So, for vote of thanks, I would like to call Shail Dubey. So, Shail ma'am, please unmute yourself and go ahead.
So, so I, on the behalf of Access Colleges, Institution, Innovation Council, and the entire team, extend my gratitude and a very heartfelt vote of thanks to Mr. Varun Kumar sir for your inspiring and encouraging words. Thank you, sir, for your valuable time and informative session. Chairman, respected Director, sir, President of IIC, for providing the support to make the webinar successful. I extend my gratitude to Dr. Shubha Jain, Vice President of Institution Innovation Council, for organizing a webinar. I must not forget to thank the students for their active participation and patient listening. Thank you everyone once again for making it a great success. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you
Let's
so much.